They're so well, BA, whether it's this team or playing on other teams. They've seen these faces. They recognize the moves. We'll see tonight who can outthink the other.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one spot. And here's Booker. There's the drive. Tipped. Second chance effort. Out to Bridges. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Jackson, the pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. Kicks it to George. Puts up a three. Fires in the triple.
Just deadly from outside. PG getting some space. Does not hesitate there.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Phoenix no good that time either.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Jackson can't hit the turnaround jumper. For Phoenix, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building, and it just looks incredible.
Here's Jackson following the score by Phoenix. For the 9-footer. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it that they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. And for so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of a second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, it's moving them well into the right direction.
Now here's Craig. Booker for 3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Morris for 3. Can't get it to drop. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Pass to Aiden. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
The big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
Here's Jackson. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Phoenix, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Paul finds Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
He's not going to miss an opportunity to find a teammate. Chris Paul delivers.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Jackson. The kick out to Morris to halt the run. Another shot. And Booker pulls it down. The Suns leading. To the paint. Stole it away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Here's Morris. Here's Zubats. And he banks in the layup.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Aiden. Nice move. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And Ayton just up over the top at his size to throw that one down.
Jackson against Paul. The kick out to Morris. And here's Zubats outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Paul draws the double. Outside Craig. Pass to Bridges. Back to Craig. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the 3. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
And George launches it from deep. No luck on that one. And Phoenix the other way now. For 3, Bridges gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks it to George. Leonard outside. And stolen by Bridges. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Clippers substitution, Robert Covington, John Wall.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score.
There's 10 seconds left now in the first quarter. And George launches it from deep. Oh, it goes! Are you kidding? He hit it!
The long-range missile.
And that does it for the first quarter. Suns ahead. They lead by 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
On the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the point. Outside Craig. Pass to Aiden. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half. And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Aiden signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Aiden walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Aiden to remain a contender.
You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or two on your team to be successful.
Well, there's been a lot of stops in CP3's career, but there's been no doubt when he's on the team, he is the vocal and emotional leader of their production.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Pass to Bridges. The 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
You know, B.A., it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted.
Here's George. And Aiden pulls it down. Aiden's got 5 rebounds in the game. Tipped. Here's the break. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Good hands by Aiden.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Out to Covington. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Booker for 3. Tips it up. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. For 3, Covington. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Covington. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Paul against Wall. It's Bridges on the wing. Suns keep it alive. Aiden, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Stolen by Bridges. And he's going for the lob. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. In transition, here come the Clippers. That's tipped and stolen by Paul. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Third team foul.
Outside Booker. Craig with a screen on George. And stolen by Covington.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
And being that Wall as a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
Here's Booker. Paul George pulls down the board.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA, Brent.
Man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous. This team really came together in a hurry, and they're going to be a force for the next few years to come.
Ayton finds Booker. And Booker throws it down.
And how about Booker going high up for the dunk?
The Clippers trail. Outside Wall. Leonard on the take. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And Leonard drops them both.
No doubt one of the best two-way threats on any NBA floor. Leonard remains hungry to keep adding to his title collection.
Paul passes to Craig. And there's Paul. That one's good on the assist from Craig. Paul's got 8.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
George. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Deflects the pass. Booker, pass to Ayton. Paul against George. And Paul gets it to go. And now an 11-point Phoenix lead.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Ball finds Leonard. 3 seconds left. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 11 as the... Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Chris Paul having a dominant impact in this game.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Torrey Craig out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And Chris Paul, when he gets into those tight spots, he becomes pretty smart in there.
No good on that one.
2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Covington passes to Leonard. From the arc. And Craig pulls it down. Craig's got 4 rebounds now. It's Booker on the wing. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
Somebody's going to set him up, and Devin Booker's going to knock him down. Thrives in that catch and shoot.
Here's George. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. He's got 10.
Paul George more and more comfortable at creating some offense for himself using the bounce.
Booker for 3. And the Suns get another three.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
The Suns have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Bridges passes to Paul. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's George. The rebound by Bridges. The Suns have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Booker finds Bridges. Off the mark there with a 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
In transition, here come the Suns. And Ayton with the stuff.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. It's Covington on the wing. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Covington with it. Picked up by Craig. Here's George. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Mikal Bridges.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard. And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
FBA, with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Covington, a screen on Booker. And the Clippers miss again.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Think about the next few years. How much more complete will Ayton get? There's some indicators there.
Here's Leonard. And good. Coming on, the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Booker, the pass to Paul. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Well, a master weaver, Chris Paul, through those screens and rolls and angles on the floor. His dribble moves are just incredible.
Wall, the pass to George. And a miss there on the triple.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And it's off from 3-point range.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Back to Wall. Pass to Leonard. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Hay hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Once Leonard gets some wiggle room down there, his broad shoulders, he figures out how to execute and knock it down.
Now here's Ayton. He's guarded by Zubats.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give him another possession at all.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Shooting to the Clippers.
That's good from George.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
Now here's Booker. He's got 12. Launches it. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Two on the clock.
Well, Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right there. Full energy, full focus, and a nice contest.
And so it's Phoenix out in front by 19 going.
Ladies and gentlemen, your son's youth.
All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so in the game for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
George against Booker. Outside Paul. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Third personal foul.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Phoenix.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Craig with a steal. It's tipped. Zubac with the steal. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
It's not easy to work the ball inside of this league, but they've done it all night.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Pass to Craig. Knocked away. Bridges passes to Craig. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Suns lead by 18.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Wall finds Covington. No one near him. It's hauled in by the Suns. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Here's Craig driving in, and he lays it up and in. Craig's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
George for 3. And Aiden pulls it down. Aiden's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Booker, good.
And this is the type of play where Devin Booker's going to gain a lot of confidence and might start getting aggressive.
Wall, the pass to George. Good on the 13-footer.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot.
Outside Booker. Bridges outside. Great D that time from Zubac.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
He's going to hear from his teammates after that one. Not quite sure what happened.
Craig passes to Booker. The 3 is up. The shot off that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. For 3, George. The Suns clear it. Aiden's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And Booker puts up a deep 3. And again, it's the Suns missing.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
For 3, Bridges. And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it. Here's Wall. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. George for 3. And the Clippers miss again. For Phoenix, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Suns.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency from Chris Paul.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Booker for three. Ayton, nice persistence to tip it back in.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Lets it fly. That one a little long. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Pass to Paul. Back to Ayton. He shoots. Paul can't get it to go. George outside. Leonard for three. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a triple.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Well, if you like free-flowing offenses that pile up the assist, Clark, you've come to the right place.
Tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize player movement, ball movement, and getting everybody involved, touches and shots. It makes them very unpredictable and really keeps the defense off balance.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the one spot.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. And here's Towns. Tries it from 19. Got a piece of it. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, a wicked dunk by Leonard, showing this defense just how explosive he can be.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Outside Jackson. Dishes to Leonard. From deep, it's rebounded by Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. The three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Russell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Ahead. And Edwards with the stuff.
Towns showing you a willingness to want to make his teammates better with that pass there.
Outside, George on deep. And that one is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Russell passes to Gobert. The kick out to Towns. A three-pointer off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
The kick out to Towns. Sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jackson against Russell. Outside for George. The shot comes out. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Outside Edwards. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 5.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
And here's Russell after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Gobert with a screen for Russell. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Russell. Gobert's got his second bucket of the game to go. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Robert Covington's checked in for Los Angeles. Ball comes in for Jackson.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Leonard. Gobert pulls it in.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he's still missing. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Now here's Wall. Kicks it to George.
George knows how to get his man to overcommit and off balance so he can draw the foul. He's got a number of sneaky veteran tricks that he effectively uses.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Outside, Russell. Out to Edwards. Back to Russell. And the wing jumper offline.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
At the end of one, a closely contested game.
Please give a big round of applause.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Here's Gobert and slam dunk by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Wall finds George. Gobert with the block. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Towns for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 5.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Here's Russell. Paul George making his last shot. Wall with a block.
Well, there's not much John Wall can't do defensively when he's focused, because he's really athletic and fast.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Now Leonard. Paul George missing from long range. Leonard. And he can't bank that one in. Towns, the pass to Russell. Down low, the kick out to Towns. Here's Edwards. With the tip, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in. Gobert's got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Wall. To the inside. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go. Wall, nobody back. And Wall able to finish. Wall's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Boy, the lethal quickness coming into play in transition that time by John Wall. He is extremely fast in the open court.
Now, here is Russell. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Clark, with the dramatic rise in three-point shooting, do you think the league will ever experiment with a four-point shot?
I don't think so, Kevin. That's a bit gimmicky for me, but I'm somewhat old school and traditional. I think you could maybe test it out somewhere, maybe in the All-Star game of the G League. The league hasn't been shy about trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't.
Gobert, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Leonard, the pass to Wall. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
John Wall goes right into the contact, seeking it out to create an and-one opportunity. That's real grit on display there.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Now here's Towns. Rebounded by Covington.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Here's Covington. There's the triple. It doesn't go for him. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Back to McDaniel. They get it again. Gobert shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And if he gets looks that plainly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul. Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
There's 21 seconds left now here in the second. Edwards looking it over. And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Wall kicks to George. 3 seconds left. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And here's George for 3. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't...
23.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Explosive play in the air by Edwards, and perfectly timed, too, for the alley-oop slam.
Here's Wall, and Wall with the slam.
That is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can.
I don't know how he was able to execute the reverse with that stingy defense that was being played there.
Here's Russell. They shoot again. Out to Edwards. Latrey. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Zubats with the screen for Leonard. Back to Wall. The 3 from George. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Towns. He gets that one. Towns has got 6.
Towns has a rare combination of size and skills. And, you know, when he gets the rock in the painted area, good luck trying to stop him. He's dangerous down there.
Russell against Leonard. Back to Wall. Outside for George. Clock at 4. Fires high post. That one no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Edwards inside, defended by George. Towns, no luck.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Covington. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Covington's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. George finds Leonard. Fires for three. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Edwards with the stop. This game has a lot of character here in the 3rd period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Ball passes to George. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 17.
Really strong right there. George able to take the contact and muscle it up and in.
Edwards against George. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. Outside Leonard. Zubats with the screen for Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
You know, Covington's ability to space the floor and his length at the defensive end is something every team is looking for. He is the prototypical 3-and-D player in my mind.
Left side, Edwards. He feeds it to Gobert. The shot, no good. Clippers leading by 4. Ball passes to Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
And so he makes both from the line. Minnesota's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. Russell against Wall. Will it go? Out to Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Ball passes to Leonard. Now, here's Zubats. Misses the baby hook. Outside, Towns. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
.15 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Wall looking for an opening. With 4 seconds on the clock. Towns with the defensive effort. That one misses. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubats is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the point. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Russell passes to Edwards. Stolen by George. Covington with it. Now guarded by Towns. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here is Los Angeles now. Here's George. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. George against Edwards. 6 to shoot. Zubac's trying to break loose. And it's Wall. That time the assist by George. Wall's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. Russell against Wall. The kick out to Towns. Back to Russell. Over Wall. And he overshot that one, missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Leonard dishes to Covington. George against Towns. Rebound, Minnesota.
Personal foul. First team foul.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Towns in the corner. Driving the lane. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Wall. He kicks it to Covington. Shoots over Towns. Covington's shot is off. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. Here's Edwards. That one off the back iron and out. Outside, George. Driving to the basket. And he slaps it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
That was just a sick move by George. He's a legendary schooler when it comes to taking the defense to task.
Here's Edwards. Out to Russell. Fires from the wing. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And that one's good, George. And it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
When George starts to heat up like that, it elevates his whole team. They're loving the scoring right now.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Looking to get it going. Edwards passes to Gobert. Misses from close range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The shot by George, no good.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Here's Russell. Offensive rebound.
One of the many skills that Towns brings every night is his offensive rebound.
Clippers leading by 9. Outside, George. Here's Leonard. Takes it inside. And it's Leonard with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paul George.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
From deep, George. That one, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Yeah, you look at Russell, one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. Leonard. And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. They got it done.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. Great positioning on the putback.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Bain finds Moran. Now Adams. Zubats with the steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Here's George. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson against Adams. Outside Bain. Got a piece of it. Outside for Brooks. Back to Jackson. Clock at 4. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
He's a power player. That's a grown man move by Steven Adams.
You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play. And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Covington's checked in for the Clippers. Wall comes in for Jackson. Now here's Moran. Pass to Jackson. Back to Moran. Here's Brooks. Outside Moran. And here's Adams. Jackson outside. They get the rebound. Now here's Brooks. And Wall pulls it down. And he lobs it up. And the jam by Covington.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Moran against Wall. Jackson outside. Back to Moran. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3-ball. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Nice play, and credit Jaren for being shot ready. He knew the play was coming to him, and he knocked it down.
Now here's Wall. George outside. The rebound by Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Adams with the ball. He's picked up by Zubats. Back to Covington. Stolen by Jackson. Bain finds Brooks. Fires the 3. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter.
I saw it.
Wow.
And he saw it. Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Now here's George. From deep. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Brooks from outside. Rebound by the Clippers.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Bain, the pass to Morant. Up top, Brooks. Inside. It's stolen by Leonard. Up and over Brooks. Good work defensively by Brooks. Adams with the ball. Checked by Wall. Over to the wing. Jackson, the pass to Bain. And stolen by Leonard. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And stolen by Bain. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
"19 seconds left in the first. Here's George. Here he goes. Oh, and the dunk by George.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Outside Bain to the right side. Outside for Brooks. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that concludes the first quarter of play.
Please give a big round of applause.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the one. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball is called on the floor.
Memphis trailing here. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
Here's George, and the jam by George.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
Bain against George. Morant, the pass to Bain. And here's Brooks. Three-pointer, no good. Going all the way to the rack. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court. Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Pass to Morant. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's the three. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back from deep three-point range. And it's Morant missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
It's George with the drive. Here's Covington. Back to George. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
For Memphis, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Bain, the pass to Morant. Outside Bain. Pass to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Adams. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Adams has got 6.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
George for 3. That shot off the mark. Memphis has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Adams with the ball. Pass to Brooks. Back to Adams. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's just a 4-point Los Angeles lead. Both teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, BA, it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
Now here's Bain. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Morant, the pass to Brooks. This one to 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in the game. Stolen by Jackson. Adams inside. Zubats there. And it's Adams missing. Here's Leonard. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Dating all the way back to college, this is one of Kawhi's pet moves, the Sutton pull-up jumper.
Adams with a screen on George. Bain finds Adams. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Adams has got 8 points here in the quarter. George outside. He takes it in. Oh, and the dunk by George!
So slippery when he's driving the ball. Paul George makes it look easy.
Pass to Moran. Back to Brooks. Here's Bain. Clock at 6. Jackson outside. Shot from the top of the key. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubats has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Tipped. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Morant. Brooks outside. Jackson outside. And here's Morant outside. Covington grabs the board. George left side. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. They have a nice appreciated alley and will be coming up.
The Clippers, 24.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Even Zubats out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at the point.
Assertive play by Wall inside, pushing hard to find himself a shot.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 5. Bain, the pass to Jackson. To the inside, Adams. Nifty move. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
I love watching Adams work like this. He's feeling it and dominate on offense right now.
And Smitty with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Robert Covington. First personal foul. First team foul.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for Memphis, Jaren Jackson Jr. At the line for 2.
Good on the second one.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Now here's Wall. Leonard on the wing. Tries the spin move. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Love to see that kind of elevation from your point guard. Ja Morant's a reliable finisher.
Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
BA, no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
So it's the Grizzlies now. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. And it's Morant missing. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Covington. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Showing some tenacity on that take. Robert Covington with the athleticism on that play.
Brooks finds Adams. Zubac with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here's Morant. Bain, the pass to Brooks. Over Covington. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Inside. Stolen by Jackson. To the middle. Poke loose.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
That's good from Wall on the assist by Leonard. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Now here's Morant. Counted from distance. Morant's got 7 points.
I think consistency from 3 is in Morant's future. On that shot, he was well balanced and focused.
Kicks it to George. There's the drive. He's off on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
We know he can pass it. He's a tough defender, and Desmond Bain can shoot it from all over.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside Morant. Brooks finds Bain. Back to Brooks, to the left wing. Down low. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. And the jam by George.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
Outside Morant. To the paint. Here's Adams. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. He's got 14.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Wall with it, guarded by Morant. Wall attacking, and he makes it.
Not many guys can score on the move like Wall. A true slasher. Gets inside with ease and has a bunch of ways to finish.
Now here's Morant. 7 points in the game. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Now here's Jackson. Left side Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubac against Adams. Oh, George with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. He's all alone. And the big finish by Wall.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break up 12.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Wall. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
What an effort from Wall on the play. Refusing to let the foul stop him from taking the shot.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
High effort, fast break plays. They have been very effective for them in this game. Generate a lot of points for them.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Love the hustle from Robert Covington, making his presence felt in transition.
Pass to Brooks, to the middle. And there's Adams. That one's good. On the assist by Brooks.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
The reason why is not just scoring, it's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
Here's George. Oh, Adams with the block.
You see the effort defensively. Adams doing a great job of closing the space.
Here's Bain. Denied by Leonard.
Memphis foul. Dylan Brooks. First personal foul. Second.
That's good from George. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Outside wall. Leonard outside. Over Brooks. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Bain, the pass to Morant. Jackson on the wing. Back to Bain. 5 to shoot. The shot won't fall. And George with some nice D. From downtown. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Wall's got 6 assists now in the game. Bain, the pass to Morant. A good look from Bain. And that one's long.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Outside Covington. Here's Wall. Out to Covington from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Covington's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Adams goes in. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Look at the big man putting it on the floor. Adams may be surprising the defender right there.
Taking 2 shots.
That one's no good. Now Los Angeles with it. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. To the inside. Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
So active inside, and with that big frame, Jackson has no trouble finishing through contact.
Pass to Leonard. The fader. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Adams with the ball, guarded by Covington. And it's Adams missing.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Outside Covington. A minute 29 left in the fourth quarter of this one. For 3, George. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Clippers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paul George.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
And it's slammed in by Adams.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Here's Leonard following the bucket by the Grizzlies. For 3, George. The kick out to Wall. From deep. The ball's knocked loose. Bain, the pass to Brooks. Right wing. Adams inside. Missed it. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. Boy, this crowd, all right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight.
Oh, say does
Richard, we see so many high-scoring matchups in this league, and tonight will likely be the exact opposite of that.
Well, and that's what happens when you get two defensive-minded teams going against each other. They don't make mistakes, they communicate at a high level, and they play with a ton of heart. I expect this to be a physical, grinded-out kind of game.
Kind of old school, then.
Who doesn't love some old school?
That's right. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3.
Authoritative slam there by George, showing the defense he's ready to get physical.
Booker fires from way outside. All sorts of time. That one wide left.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Back to Paul. And he drives in. Ayton throws it down.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Now here's Paul. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Back to Bridges. Leonard with the steal. Takes a step back. Now the dish to Jackson. It's hauled in by the Suns. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools for the next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. And John Wall subbed in for Jackson. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. And the 3 ball is good. Paul's got 5 points so far.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now here's Booker. Bridges kicks to Paul. From the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 3. And here's George for 3. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Paul dishes to Crowder. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Leonard finds George. Launches it. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
And how about that find by Leonard to a wide open shooter? He's only getting better at seeing those gaps.
And again, it's the Suns missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Wall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
And there's a lot of nuance to Wall's game. People talk about his speed and things like that, but his instinct and skill are equally as important, if not more so.
Paul's shot is off. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Covington passes to George. Rejected by Booker. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Lobs it up for Crowder. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's George driving inside. And it's Paul George with the finish.
punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Ball outside. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Paul's got 7 points.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And then George with the jam.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. The kick out to Crowder, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Outside, Covington. Shoots over Crowder. And that one hits back iron. The Suns trailing. The feed to Booker. Paul outside. No coverage, puts it up. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Wall. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. A bit forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the center position.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time. That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
The pass to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And inside, Kawhi can be such a force, able to power his way to the shot.
Crowder kicks to Booker. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. The second effort, and it's good on the way in. And now a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Clippers on defense. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. 3-pointer, Crowder. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
Here's Bridges. Paul George making his last shot. Paul can't get it to go. Here's Wall, and then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Paul's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the fourth guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Now, here's Bridges. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Paul finds Booker. Beyond the arc. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
The shot by George, wide open. Los Angeles with another miss. Suns trail by 5. Booker fires from way outside. It's rebounded by John Wall. Covington passes to George. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Bridges shot, good.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close range shot.
Now here's Wall, outside, George. Tipped away, shot from the wing. It's hauled in by the Suns. 16 seconds left in the first half of the game. Bridges misses. Now Covington. Zubats kicks to Covington. Covington setting the pick for Leonard, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading.
The previous play is under
Bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they're keeping the call. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after him.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Clippers 27, the Suns 24. Fans, get ready for the Jabberwocky.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Nobody near Leonard. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Leonard's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Clippers. Booker the pass to Paul. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Shot by Crowder, no good. Clippers leading by 6. Wall finds Leonard. Back to Wall. Leonard with the ball. He's guarded by Booker, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Phoenix. Los Angeles, they have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Booker with no one around drills it from outside. Booker's got 11.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Wall dishes to George. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Solid play there from PG, absorbing the contact, but staying with that shot for the and one.
When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunity.
Now, Crowder. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Crowder kicks to Ayton. That's a 2 from Paul. Bridges with the steal. Crowder finds Bridges. And that one's good, Ayton.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now, here's George. 16 points for him.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Paul. Here's Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
Now, here is George. 18 points for him.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
From the wing, Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 5 rebounds tonight. Paul passes to Ayton. Outside Crowder. Here's Paul. This one for 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. .141 left to play in the third. Bridges against Leonard. Here's Zubats, and the layup is good. Zubats has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
Here's Booker, and it's good off the back rim and in. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter. And Greg, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
The Clippers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. Paul passes to Booker. Takes a 3. Paul kicks to Crowder. Fires at the elbow. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Covington dishes the Wall. Over Paul. Wall, no luck. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. They trail by 9 points. Ayton finds Crowder. Back to Ayton. For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Wall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Suns trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Booker. Offensive rebound. And it's Ayton missing. Outside, George over Paul. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers ahead. They're up by 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 set. Wall, he gets it in there. 6 points for John Wall.
And that's too far. When Wall gets a shot that deep inside, it is almost automatic.
Wall against Wall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Mikal Bridges has found a groove the last couple of years. 5 years removed from college, and he's become a full-time starter.
And about Mikal Bridges, just how good can he be?
He's got the power to beat you off the dribble inside, certainly likes to attack the paint, but he can also spot up and beat you from beyond the arc.
Ball passes to Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
Taking 2 shots.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as goals up until that point.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Second chance shot. That shot off. Now the Suns take it the other way. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
It's good from long range.
All Booker needs is a little bit of room, and the moment he gets it, he pulls up.
And George kicks to Wall. Passes to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Bridges. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game. Booker, right side. To the paint. Here's Crowder. The shot, no good. Good D by Covington. Clippers leading by 10. The 3 from George. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 24 points.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
Here's Booker. Looks for Paul. Hits it to him. That one drops for him.
And this is his game. He's not going to settle or try anything further away from the rim. He knows who he is.
Wall passes to George. Launches a 3. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Paul with the ball. Leonard picks him up. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Crowder's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Phoenix. And Wall kicks to Leonard. Bridges with some nice defense. Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. With 3, Booker. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. George, no good. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. And shot on the way. It's hauled in by Zubac.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
George. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Back to Bridges. From past the arc. Rebounded by Covington.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The 3 from George. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Suns basketball.
Suns trail by 8. Ball looking over the floor. Crowder from outside. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
he is a great kid. I love to see this from Aiden, stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. There's 48 seconds left in the game. Bridges outside. Lets it go from the wing. Wall grabs the board. Here's Los Angeles now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Leonard finds Zubats. Outside, Wall. Here's Leonard. Takes it out to Covington. Pocket 6. They need this one. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Paul with the 3. Crowder the pass to Ayton. Yes!
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA. tip-off goes to Minnesota. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. Here's Jackson. That one no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, BA, but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation. Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Basket counts.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Wall against Russell. To the wing on the left. Towns for 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
George outside. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards against Leonard. Back to Prince. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gobert. Covington grabs the board. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. George for 3. That doesn't go either for George.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Here's Wall. Doesn't go for him. Oh, good D by Edwards. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Gobert with a screen on Covington. Oh, there's the alley! And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Minnesota basketball.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Russell finds Gobert. Good on the shot. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Edwards against George.
2 minutes remaining.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
Still Clippers ball.
Just 5 on the clock. George for 3. Drains the triple. George has got 7 points in the game.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Russell, the pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. George, a deep 3. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Here's Prince. Down low. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Boy, this guy's such an instinctive passer. D'Angelo Russell could average double-digit assists if he wanted to.
Now here's Wall. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. George with another miss.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Here's Wall. Covington passes to Zubats. Here's Leonard. And too long on the shot. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Karl Anthony Towns, too big, too strong, too high off his feet.
Wall, the pass to George. Jacks up a 3. Russell with the rebound. Beyond the arc. The shot misses. Leonard for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter.
Please give a big round of applause for your Clippers.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubats out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at the point. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Russell, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
If he's that close to the cup, Rudy Gobert knows how to finish.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Wall, the pass to Zubats. Out to Covington. George outside. From deep. Here's Wall. Drives to the hoop. And the big finish by Wall.
Now, this is one of the top athletes in the league. Wall showing his lateral and vertical mobility.
Outside Russell. Hits the trifecta. Russell's got 5 now.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Wall against Russell. Leonard outside. And there's the drive. And the dunk by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard, the size, the strength, the ability to put the ball on the floor. I mean, trying to deal with this guy off a drive is so tough.
Outside Russell. Pass to Prince from outside the arc. Over to the wing. Puts up a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard on the wing. Takes a 3. George left side. Wall, the pass to George. And that one hits the back iron. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year. Well, you consider D'Angelo Russell and the fact that he's been a part of multiple organizations. Obviously, he has been a frequent trade piece. The one question is, can he stick with one franchise and establish some success? Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Covington passes to Wall.
Get there.
3-pointer.
That's all you.
And the Clippers miss again. Well, his trade activity says something about how desirable Russell is as a player.
I think he's a guy any team could want on their roster because of his scoring capabilities. Very capable of huge nights in the NBA, but the other aspect that's so important, his ability as a setup guy.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Knocks down the triple.
Yeah, I just had a feeling Kawhi Leonard would respond with a three of his own. Beautiful.
Ball against Russell. Edwards for three. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Leonard's got room. The wide open shot is on the money. Leonard's got 7. Minnesota's got it going from distance in the second quarter. 4 of 5 from deep. Pass to Towns from behind the arc. The shot no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. George outside. Lets the three fly. From the arc. Minnesota with a rebound.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Here's Edwards. That one drops for him. He's got 5.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window and exploits it.
Leonard for 3, and the basket is good.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Edwards for 3, and it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding? Okay, Ali, appreciate it.
The Timberwolves, 33.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Pass to Gobert. Inside, Towns uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 7 points. Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. Zubac with the steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And the jam by George.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
Outside Russell. 3-pointer. Here's Towns. Tries it from 19. Covington grabs the board. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
Leonard's shot's good. 11 points in the game.
But Kawhi Leonard's strength through contact, one of the real problems you've got to deal with as a defender.
Edwards finds Russell.
Walking foul called on Paul George. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Towns with the ball. He's got 7. Over Covington.
We know that Robert Covington made his way into the NBA as a rotation player with his defense. Wow, is he good at using that length and quickness.
Minnesota's gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Russell against George. And here's Edwards outside. Leonard pulls down the board. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. George with it. Russell covering. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Russell.
What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward last season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
Outside Edwards. To the middle. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
And looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
Outside for Russell. Lets it go. Ooh, the turnaround jumper. Count it. Russell's got 8 points.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
George drives in. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The shot by Russell, no good. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Shot from the wing. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Minnesota basketball.
For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Wall, the pass to George. Pass to Zubac. Let's go with a 3. Rebound Minnesota. Russell's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Edwards outside. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers shooting poorly at only 28%. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, and the dunk by George!
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Pass to Towns. Fires for 3. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 8 assists in the game. George, a deep 3. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Minnesota up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Offensive rebound. And at last, they get one to fall.
I'll tell you, with Rudy Gobert on the floor, you have got to find him and keep him off the glass because he can be a force.
Now Wall. Here's Leonard. Driving to the basket. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Boy, it looked like the D was going to get to that shot, but what a job he did to change his release and get the lay-in.
Russell up top. Ooh, a terrific shot on the turnaround. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
George outside. The three. That shot, no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. To the left side wing. Russell from outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard outside. And the dunk by Leonard.
Well, a multiple-time winner of Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard understands I've got my offensive game in rhythm. Let me go to work.
Pulls up. Another miss by Russell. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Towns against Leonard. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Edwards can't hit.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. The three is up. He buries it from 3.
Well, bigs now have got to be able to stretch the floor. Karl Anthony Towns, a knockdown three-point shooter.
Back to George. Over Edwards. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
First team.
Minnesota has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Edwards for 3.
Well, we call that defensive chops, right? Paul George is draped all over his man. He will not give up anything easy.
That doesn't go either for George. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. Pass to Prince. Outside for Russell.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Shoots over Wall. Kept alive. Outside Russell. Stolen by Wall. Leonard with the ball. Covered by Towns. And there's Leonard on the assist from Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Here's Towns. Out to the right wing. Here's Russell. The putback. It's rebounded by George. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
For 3, Covington. Not going to go that time. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Russell. Back to Prince. Outside Edwards. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. And George launches it from deep. And again, no good by the Clippers. And here's Minnesota now. 16-point lead. Right side Edwards. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball.
Clippers ball.
We've got 22 seconds left in the final quarter. Leonard outside and stolen by Edwards. Here's Prince, covered by Covington. Here's Prince. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
these games, Brent. Conference rivals going at it. So much emotion. Teams that are very familiar with each other.
I love it, Kevin, and I'm so happy to be here with you for this one. This is going to be awesome. You don't get a lot of games like this, so hype, where the crowd is really into it. So let's move up a little bit and sit on the edge of our seats, should we?
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him, with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Now here's Morant. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Robert Covington comes in for Morris, and it's John Wall in for Reggie Jackson. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bain.
Oh, smart dish there by Brooks to a wide open man, getting him the assist and his team some needed points.
Leonard on the wing. Cuts it 5. That shot off. And Memphis the other way now. On the wing, Brooks. Adams outside. Brooks the pass to Adams. Back to Brooks. And Adams kicks to Morant. Memphis moving that ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it up. Doesn't go that time. Wall with some nice defense. And here's Leonard from 3. Los Angeles with another miss. And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages. And you look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is. You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Morant dishes to Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Covington inside the line. Los Angeles with another miss. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Jackson passes to Adams. Morant outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And Adams kicks to Morant. Back to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Yeah, you might ask for help down there. You got to push Steven Adams out of the paint, and you can't give him good looks like that.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's George.
Oh! Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. There's the lob to Jackson. Count that bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Wall. Outside for George. Wall against Morant. 13 feet away. Covington wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Bain passes to Adams. Brooks outside. Offensive rebound. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Bain. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's not going to go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Wall dishes to Covington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Sure. And Adams sends it back.
Well, he can be intimidating. Steven Adams, such a big frame down there, and great timing on that block.
Out to Brooks. Now the pass to Jackson. Back to Brooks. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. It's tipped. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. A deep three from Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Memphis leading by 4. Morant passes to Brooks. 17-foot shot on the way. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Brooks.
And that's just a great job of staying ready by Morant. He didn't need to dominate the ball to score there.
Outside Leonard. Over Brooks. Off target from the baseline. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter, the wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the guard position. And so here are the Clippers following the score by Memphis. George, no good. The Grizzlies shooting their first foul shot of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Throw good, Bain. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Now, here's George. After the miss from Desmond Bain. Here's Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Second personal foul.
Here's Morant. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Leonard kicks to George. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Morant finds Jackson. Back to Morant. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Morant missing. Clippers trail by 10. And Hall slams it home.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Ball's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And Wall kicks to Leonard. And Adams sends it back. And he recovers it. Here's Covington. Stays with it and hits the off-balance shot.
Stepping in just a little bit closer, but keeping the D honest as Covington knocks down a mid-range.
Pass to Brooks. And here's Jackson. Back to Brooks. Outside, Bain. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Jackson. And Covington sends it back.
The rejection. Covington, good job defensively.
To the inside. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Wall.
Well, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
2 minutes remaining.
Morant left side. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Morant's got 5 points so far.
And once he becomes a little steadier from deep, watch out. Morant will be almost unstoppable offensively.
Here's Covington. Back to Wall. Kicks it out to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. The turnaround, that's good. And so Wall with the assist. Leonard's got his first points of the game.
Boy, Leonard keeping the game very simple and just taking what the defense is gifting him.
Jackson passes to Brooks. Rebounded by Covington.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
And here's George for three. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Jackson passes to Morant. He kicks to Adams. It's Brooks on the wing. And the rejection by Zubac. Morant left side. Payne for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Covington's got 6 rebounds in the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Right side Bain. Here's Adams. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Covington. He's off on that one. Morant with some nice D. Bain kicks to Jackson. Brooks left side. And that's it for the first half of action. All right, David, thank you. It's
14, the Grizzlies, 19.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Yep, that one goes. 8 points for Paul George.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Now here's Brooks. Bain passes to Brooks. Back to Bain. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists in the game. Outside, George. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Outside, Bain. Down low. Adams' shot is good. And it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
And a lot of times Adams only looks to shoot from that area on the floor. Really knows the limitations in his range.
It's Wall with the drive. Can't hit the step back jump shot. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Leonard with the steal. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Morant. And the rejection by Zubac. Deflects the pass. George with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. And Wall with the slam.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Now here's Morant. He has 7. Jackson has the open look. The putback, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 6.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Leonard. Adams, some nice D. Morant against Wall. Adams outside. Here's Brooks. And they get it back. There's the triple. And no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Nobody near Leonard. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The efficiency of Kawhi Leonard's three-point shooting is pretty exceptional. I mean, he's going to start taking those all night long if he's open.
And Morant throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah. His teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Paul George.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Now here's Morant. He's got 9. And George, here we go. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as much as 10. Going inside, and Morant throws it down.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Grizzlies ball.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. On the wing, Bane. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
And it's George missing. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Morant. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Nobody near George. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Effortless from Paul George, knocking it down off the good pass.
Morant with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. It's up a 3. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Outside, George. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by Jackson. Brooks with no one around. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for Memphis. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at center. 3 on the clock. Here's Jackson. Adams, the pass to Brooks. The 3 from Morant. They get the rebound. Adams' shot is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
And Steven Adams just a wrecking ball down there with his size and strength on the offensive glass.
Here's George. Zubac kicks to George. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. A 3. That doesn't go either for George.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more 3-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And Brooks gets it to go.
A wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
Outside, Wall. Stolen by Brooks. And here they come. Now here's Morant for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Covington's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Here's Brooks. And it's in off the backboard.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Morant against Wall. On the wing, George. Covington, a screen on Bain. George. Covington passes to Zubac. Back to Covington. Tries yet again. The Clippers keep it alive. Zubac kicks to Leonard. No one near Wall as he lets it go. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And this is why Coach trusts Wall in these situations. He has a knack for making the right play at the right time.
Now, here's Bain. Morant finds Jackson. Back to Morant. Covington with the steal. Outside, George. Outside, Wall. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard with the bucket.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
Morant outside. Inside. Here's Adams. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Wall. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, Brooks is always working hard for this team. And here it pays off with a huge basket.
The three from George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Morant surveying the D. Bain kicks to Morant. Outside for Jackson. 4 on the shot clock. Bain passes to Morant. Wall grabs the board. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Adams sets the pick for Morant. Here's the lob to Adams. Yes!
That doesn't happen all that often, but Steven Adams stepping up big here.
And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Drives to the hoop. And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Adams sets the pick for Morant. Shot clock at 5. Dishes to Jackson. Stolen by Zubac.
And, you know, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over.
First team.
Gets the first, and that ties the game up.
And a 2-time Finals MVP. Kawhi Leonard, exactly who this team wants at the line.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Certainly a reliable free throw shooter, but these always feel different. Let's see if Kawhi can focus in. Well, important there to have the three-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 3. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth. From deep three-point range. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So it's the Clippers taking. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.